I guess not everyone knows that I'm starting right now.
Hello, starting.
So hello everyone, my name is Wessel and today I will talk about Intel boot cards, fusing process, HSI levels, capsule updates and some new products. So quick introduction, I established this company in 2015. It's called NovaCustom since 2018. We are based in the Netherlands and we supply customizable laptops and mini PCs. So that means that you can configure what CPU, GPU, internal memory and storage you would like to have in your laptop. We also do custom laser engraving for the laptop lid or the keyboard. Of course, we supply our laptops with the Dasharo core boot firmware, and we support both Windows and GNU Linux operating systems, also even both at the same time as a dual boot setup. And we have some Qubes certified models. We are privacy and security focused, and we highly value the right to repair and sustainability. So if you want to know more about us, you can visit our website, NovaCustom.com. So yeah, today I will show you the roadmap. I'll talk about the Dasharo Trust Root. We'll talk about the NUC Box mini PC, the smartphone we are working on, also the Dasharo ACPI driver and UEFI capsule updates and the potential support for fwupd. So yes, well, let's throw back, see what has been achieved in Q2, Q3 of this year. We released the NUC Box finally, and so we have the initial release for this mini PC, and we released a comprehensive firmware update that has the Dasharo Trust Root, Intel boot card support, so we can now achieve HSI level 3. UEFI capsule updates support has been integrated, and the Dasharo ACPI driver starting from Linux kernel 6.16, and of course, as always, bug fixes. So what's coming soon? Of course, we would also like to have these features for the other models that we have and had. So the NVIDIA variants, the HATS firmware variants, NV41 series, and the older laptop series, and maybe also a new release for the NUC Box mini PC. So for the NUC Box mini PC regarding QubesOS, we are doing some tests to have another USB controller in the NUC Box mini PC because it only has one USB controller at this time. So we are checking our options to have another to get, to be able to get certification for that mini PC as well. fwupd is something that would be the next step, I think, and maybe hotfix releases in case we encounter some more problems in the latest releases. So for next year, we will probably introduce some AMD models, and people ask me a lot, like, when does it come? And then my answer is somewhere in 2026. So tablet and server solutions is something we are exploring right now. So yeah, the Dasharo Trust Root, what is it? It is Dasharo's implementation of Intel boot cards, the fusing, starting from the latest firmware version, which is 1.0.0, and basically it's a security feature. It works with a fuse, with an eFuse that is a thing that can be programmed only one time, and it makes sure that the platform can only run a firmware that has been signed by the firmware developers, and if that's not the case, it won't turn on. So this gives essentially protection against rootkits, and for the laptops it will be an optional feature because some people might want to have their own modified version of the Dasharo core boot, and this would no longer be possible to run if the platform has been fused. And something that we will also look at is the possibility to have customer keys, so that the customer is in charge of these, let's say, credentials. So yeah, then last quarter we launched the NovaCustom NUC Box, which is essentially a mini PC with the Dasharo core boot firmware on it. It features the same Intel Meteor Lake processor as the laptops that we offer. It has 3 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports with Thunderbolt capability, 2 Ethernet ports with 2.5 gigabits. It also features 2 M.2 SSD slots, one the regular size and one the very smaller form factor. It even has a SATA slot, but we don't offer this SATA thing any longer. It has VESA mounts to get it attached to a monitor, and unfortunately we don't have it QOSS certified yet, but we are exploring possibilities on this. So another thing that we're working on is a smartphone, and that's in cooperation with the German company called Shift. It features a Qualcomm high-end processor, and yeah, well, you can see all the specifications here. We wanted to offer it with QOSS initially, and I think we all know the story about QOSS, that they are basically dying. So yeah, this would be a smartphone that is focused on privacy and security with pre-installed privacy apps. We would like to offer this the NovaCustom way, which means that we will offer possibilities to have the cameras removed, and besides it also has hardware kill switches. We will also offer it optionally with a privacy screen and a bumper with logo customization options. Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention here is the closing the loop program, which is e-waste positive program for this smartphone. So yeah, here is a photo of all parts, which, as you can see, it is very repairable. It also has the battery that is very easy to take out and to take in. And of course, it's relatively easy to replace any part of this smartphone. Then back to the Dasharo firmware, we have introduced the ACPI driver, which is basically the communication between the operating system and the firmware. So you can now, starting from Linux kernel 6.16, do things like controlling the fan speed, seeing the CPU, GPU temperature, and the backlight of the keyboard would give you would have the feedback of that within the OS. So you can also set profiles and do things related to power management, battery charge thresholds, things like that. So no longer for these things you no longer need to go to the UEFI firmware settings, but can do it from the Linux operating system. So another thing that has been integrated is UEFI Capsule Updates, which you no longer need to disable flash protections in the BIOS settings. So that's the big advantage of this new technology. And the hard thing initially was that the embedded controller was flashed differently, but now it has been integrated so that the EC can be flashed from Coreboot itself. And the Dasharo tool suite is currently the way to go to update the firmware, and I think we just chat about this, that also in DTS we will switch to UEFI capsule updates. I mean fwupd. So yeah, it all takes a bit longer than expected, but that's always the case with these kind of new things. I would also like to take this opportunity, as always, to unite, to get active if you own a NovaCustom device. So you can, if you have any issues that is related to firmware, you should open a ticket on GitHub, because if things don't get reported, they will never get fixed. And that sounds very obvious, but I know from my own experience that yeah, it's not in the mind of the people yet. To further discuss just about the devices, we have a forum as well, and the Matrix channel. So yeah, thank you very much for your attention. By the way, we have a 100 euros discount because you're here, and you can use I have used another font, so this is why it's so messy around here. But the coupon code is Qubes 2025.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like someone will watch, and yeah, it would not be so obvious.
Yeah. So we now know. You all have the flyer. Any questions?
Yes. Thank you for the presentation. Can you get back to the NUC, please? I'm not sure I've seen the amount of maximum memory you can set inside this box.
It is 96 gigabytes.
Okay, because I'm probably one of the craziest person also doing cluster with such things, so I'm not interested in using that. Have you tested also on the XCP-ng eventually?
No, personally not. Maybe the guys from Dasharo.
Yeah. Okay.
We haven't tested it.
Okay.
So it's for Qubes Air?
Yes, but not only. Yeah, definitely. I know, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So maybe a couple clarifications. First of all, Dasharo Trust Root, so Intel Boot Guard, which was delivered, was requested on QOSS Summit 2024 by Marek and Demi. So 3MDEP delivers, maybe a little bit late, but delivers. Second, all the delays are on 3MDEP. And third, firmware is not signed by developers.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Unless you are firmware developer now, and we have competition.
Yeah, it was. That was my mistake, because I'm in charge of the credentials myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So just do not mistake that 3MDEP signs something. We don't own any
Correct.
keys of NovaCustom. NovaCustom signs themselves, and everything is on their side. So please do not blame 3MDEP if something will happen. But I'm pretty sure NovaCustom is trained.
The training was very good. So
yes,
yeah.
so training was done, and keys are in hands of NovaCustom.
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. So one of the questions was partially answered regarding BootGuard. How the signing? What's the available option? So I assume one of the option is to fuse with user keys. So user can do that themselves, or do I need to order special?
At this moment, we only offer with NovaCustom keys.
Okay.
And we are exploring for next year for sure to have another possibility for have these keys controlled by the user. But I have to say, I'm not sure yet. Maybe you can tell, but
It's a Dasharo Trusted question, not the NovaCustom.
Okay, so but this is an option when buying a laptop. I can choose whether bootguard should be fused or not, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and this will remain optional because we think it's very
yeah,
important to have like both
and also
sides.
Maybe one word to the key selection for the user. So there are a couple options with bootguard. One is to fuse your own keys, but then the customer needs special tools to do that. So the second option is a little bit better than that. The NovaCustom controls the key that is fused into the silicon, and then NovaCustom can authorize a user key to be used to sign the firmware itself, not the whole chain, but just the subchain that is used to sign the BIOS.
Okay.
But still NovaCustom is in the chain of trust.
Okay.
Exactly.
And the second question regarding capsule updates. How is the capsule update checking the firmware signature when in the update process?
I think that's also a question for the Dasharo team to answer.
Yeah, because these are Dasharo Trusted questions.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
So, but like I guess someone can take this question. I know Maciej, you want to answer that, or is it more about capsule update process, or
Yes.
this is about initial verification?
No, about capsule update. So, do I need to download and verify capsule in a trusted environment, or will firmware verify is it a legitimate update or?
Right now we should still
Okay.
update the next release.
Okay, but there is a plan to also add a signature verification.
There is, but it's not as it should be, so we have a plan already for the next release.
Okay.
As I
Okay,
recall, it was
thanks.
like accepting any signature that was actually valid, but not necessarily authorized signature.
Okay, thanks.
You mentioned an EC chip in the laptop, so what is it running? Is it open source?
Yes, the embedded controller is completely open source.
Thanks.
The device will refuse booting if it detects modified firmware.
Yeah.
If it doesn't boot, can you then later fix the firmware
Yeah,
or
very
just
good
throw
question.
away the device?
No, no, absolutely not. We provide actually external flashing tools on our website. So you can even do that yourself if you have the knowledge how to do that. And the Dasharo documentation can help you with that. Of course, we can also remotely give support for that. Or if you're not convenient enough, you can also bring in your device for service so we can unbrick the device. So both ways are possible. But please do not throw away the hardware if you think that you made this mistake, right?
I will use a blender on it. Thanks.
That was it, I think. Thank you.